with my pattern. This is the front, center front. Remember to make sure that it unfold. And this is the side, and this is the midpoint. I had it 0.5 all the way, 0.5, 0.5. Only the side I added 1.5. And this is the back, center back. I added 1 inch for the zip allowance, and every other places like here 0.5, 0.5 all the way around, and then on the side 1.5, just like the front. So when I go out now, I go ahead and cut it out, and then we'll couple it together. I'm not going to be lining this. After joining, I'll just go ahead and overlock, and then we'll go ahead now and slash through the upper bit, and then let's see the outcome of this beautiful dress. I can't wait to share with you guys. Thank you. Bye. Okay, let's go ahead now. I'm going to cut it out now. And then I already have the lines already, so I'll just go ahead and slash it open, slash it open. Can you see that? Slash it open that way into 4 towards the neckline is back 1, back 2, back 3, back 4. We might not need to label it since we're transferring it directly, but if I didn't maybe we've cut it out already before now, we would have to label it because so you don't make mistake. So I'm just going to be opening it by 2 inches. Yeah, let me use 2 inches to open, and if I can get more than, I'm trying as much as possible to manage this fabric here. Just to do it what we have. Okay, 2 inches should be fine. I think okay, we'll go by 2 inches. I'll just go ahead now and then on this part was going to be 1.5. Yeah, I'll add 1.5. And for this side, because it's the sleeve side, we're just going to be adding 1 inch because I'm going to be turning it in like as it is now, like this. Then I'll go ahead and do it this way. And like this. So, and then one thing I want to do for the shoulder side is normally it's meant to be like an ½ inch, but I'm going to be extending it. This is the neckline. I will do this because I'll be turning it. I'm turning it. I said I don't want to use any lining. So, but for the neckline, what I want to do is just to make it 1 inch. 1 inch. The 1 inch is because I'll be folding it and be bending it there so that the rope can pass through. So I'll go ahead and do this. I'm just trying to use my just to guide it, to use my eyes to guide. I already know what I need. So this way, can you see that? What did I do here? Oh, it shifted. Okay, thank God, because I already marked it. I was wondering what happened here. Okay, it shifted. So, and that is it, guys. That is all we need for the back. And then there's need to notch or right there where the distance is. So I'll go ahead now and cut it, and I'll be carding. I'll be carding it. Yeah, to achieve that look. So that is it, guys. Can you see that it's worth it to be sincere. By the time we see the result, then we can say, oh, the effort, the time I've put in. Yeah, then you can now think, okay, does it really worth it? The results will show if it does worth it. So that is the neckline. I'm going to just notch it a little bit. This is the upper bit. I'm going to notch it as well up, and on this side up is very important, up. And then on the armhole side, like I said, I'm going to be turning it in as well. So okay, that is it, guys. The pattern in, this is the center front. We have it labeled. Remember, this particular part needs to be on fold, and if you like, you can slash it and join it. But as for me, I'm going to be leaving it on fold. I'm going to be leaving it on fold like this. I'll pin it down. Then after pinning it down, the next one is 2 3 2 3. Yeah, using 2 inches. And for this part, like I said earlier, I'm going to be slashing it. Okay, let's just go ahead and slash it because we need it to be open so that we can have those 2 inches stuff. Once we have our front pattern like this, after coupling it together, here where I notch on the other time, it needs to align with that place. So we'll definitely get there. We'll get there. So now 1 inch to that bit of the front. I'm going to add 1 inch because of the fact that I will be passing rope through it. I'll sew it on, yeah, I'll sew it on 1 inch so that the rope can pass through. Because if I'm sewing it on 0.5, the rope, you don't want the rope to get stuck inside or find it hard to do. So this is the neckline. I'm going to be adding allowance to it. On this part, I will be turning it as well. I'll be turning it in, and then on this part, I think I did add it 1 inch for the front, and then here it's going to be 0.0. But firstly, I want to see something. Can you see? I just want to follow the shape I have here. This is initially like this, as you can see. Initially like this, as you can see. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? So I'm just going to go by 0.5. You see what I'm trying to do? 0.5 all the way around. more like 0.5. Then here is where it needs to align with the other part. I will be notching it when we get to that part. Can you see that? 0.5, 0.5 this way, 0.5. So that is it. So let's see. I'm excited. Now it's time to couple our patterns together. I started with the front one. That's the base on the front one on that part. So I've gone ahead to join that together, and the other side, so I'll do the same thing. You want to join the sides to the mid to the centered one, and after which I went ahead to grab the upper bit, the one we slashed open, and on the bottom bit there, ran down there, I'm going to be using a loose stitch to create a gathers. Yeah, and that's what I've gone ahead to do, and this is the outcome of that. And after which I'm going to just go ahead now and couple it together with the base. You want to make sure that the mid center aligns with the mid center right there, and then somewhere around the nipple area, I did notch it while we're drafting. I also make sure it matches with the joining on the base, where we join the sides to the base. So we want to make sure it aligns on that part. Then I'll pin it down. It's very important. It doesn't matter if you're a professional fashion designer. Sometimes you just need to make use of your pins. So I'll pin it down and then go ahead and start to stitch it together from this one side to the mid center and to the other side. So, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. You want to try and spread out the gathers when you're doing that, so that the gathers is not won't be too much to one side than the other. So like I said, just go ahead and make sure you match the where we join the three pieces together for the base, the bottom on the waist. You want to match it with where you've notched on your pattern. So it's very important. And then yes, um I'm gonna show you. It's just take your time while doing this. Ensure you make use of your pins, and that will help make it to come out nice. So that is it, guys. And then like I said, go ahead and go to your sewing machine and just sew it together, join it together, and here is what it's looking
So
like.
after using needle and
Our
thread
fabric is
together, I want
looking
to
like
go ahead
this.
now
I'll
and
still go
place
ahead
it
and
and
give it
sew
a
it
good
onto.
press. So you want to do the same thing to the back. The two pieces at the back, join it together, and then I've grabbed the back yoke, the upper bit that was slash open. I've gone ahead to also create a loose stitch to create the gathers, and then what I'll be doing is to just join it together. So, and that is what you see there. I've gone ahead to join it together. This side I'm showing you is the part where you're going to be sewing your zipper. So I didn't sew it all the way to that part. I left it about 1 inch because I'm going to be sewing my zipper. Then I'll then turn it because, like I said, I'm not going to put in any lining. I'll just overlock everything once I'm done. So that is the one of the back view. As you can see, this is so beautiful, and the fitting is just top notch. So that's the part where you'll be sewing your zipper. You want to sew your zipper. I left that 1 inch so that by the time I'm done sewing my zipper, I'll just close it up. And for the neckline on the back, I'm just going to be turning it with a bias. Yeah, or I can as well use a stripe pieces of the fabric to turn it. So I've gone ahead. This is me trying to join the shoulders. Next thing you want to do is join both shoulders together. Shoulders for the one side and the other side. Make sure you join it to the front. One of the back shoulder to the front and the other side to the front. So I'm going to take to the sewing machine now after I've pinned it down that way, and then sew it together. Then I will come back and show you how it looks, guys. This dress is so beautiful. The compliment for it is just wow. So I've gone ahead to join it. So this is what I want to show you. After joining the shoulder, you remember on my pattern I added 1 inch for the allowance. This is because I'm going to be top stitching on that part. That is where the rope is going to go out from. So that's why I added 1 inch sewing allowance on the shoulder. Is very important so that your your rope can be able to go through to create the drawstring effect. And this is the dress, this is the upper bit. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to turn. I went ahead to turn the sleeve side. I bend it in and stitch, then join the sides together. And this is the other bits where we'll be using for the skirt parts. And then I've gone ahead. I used 2.5 yards because the fabric is just 4.5, 4 yards, yeah. But you can use as many yards as you like, because if you want it really full, you can use 3 yards, you can use 3.5, depending on how full you want it. So I've gone ahead to cut 2.5 yards, and then taking out this is where I'll be cutting it out now. The length that I'll be needing is will be the full length of the dress minus the half length. I'm going by the half length now, not the 22 that I used. So I'll be going by the half length. So my full length is, sometimes I use 57, 58 minus 18. That gives me 40 inches. So you want to determine that on yourself. And after you've gotten that, you just want to mark it. I folded it into about 4 or 8 parts just to make it easy for me to cut. So after folding it, I measure the inches that I need, which is 38 plus your sewing allowance. So you do that and cut it out. Then after cutting it out, the next thing you want to do is to make sure you fold it into 2 equal parts. That's the way I do mine, so that the gathers can be equal on all the sides. Fold it into 2 equal parts, into 2 equal parts. Notch the mid center on this part. I'm going to be notching my mid center. Can you see that? Notch the mid center. Go ahead and fold it again. The mid center will be for the midpoints on the waist, right on the center. Fold it again and notch it again. Those parts will be for the sides. If you understand it, just try what I did. Notch the mid when you fold it into 2, fold it again into 4, and notch where you fold it into 4. And each part will be one from the side to the mid center, front center, from the mid center to the side, another side, and then again another one to the mid center at the back and to the other side. So it's about 4 places now. So go ahead and run a loose stitch, or you can as well use your needle and pin to just create that loose stitch. Then I've gone ahead to do that, and then I'm pulling it, and after I'm done with this, I'm just going to be attaching it to the upper bits, and that is just how to go about to do it. Yes, it's so simple, guys. It's so simple. Gather it and ensure the part where you notch it aligns with the mid center at the front, one to the side and to the other side and to the mid center at the back. That's the essence of the notching into 4 equal parts. Yeah. So can you see that? I've gone ahead to do that. I've gone ahead to do that. And this is the dress. And this is the dress, guys. Can you see that? So I think at this stage I've gone ahead to put my zipper, and then yeah, you see the gathers. So you want to make sure it aligns mid-center to the side and to the back. So the next thing I went ahead to do was to put my rope. So I'm going to show you how to actually insert your rope. This is the rope I've gone ahead to cut. You'll be needing 4 pieces of the rope, a tiny rope, 2 for one side, 2 for the other side of the shoulder. And then I did cut 1 inch 1/4, and because I want it to be very tiny and I don't want the kind of a big rope. So I first bend the edge, then bend both sides together, then lap each other. After bending the 2 sides together, then I lap it, like fold it again on top of each other, and that gives me this very tiny rope. And that is it, guys. Go ahead and run a straight stitch on it. After running a straight stitch, I'm going to be showing you how to pass the rope through your shoulder, the channel we have created on the shoulder for the drawstring. You want to start actually from the side through to the neckline. Yeah, you'll be passing it through from the side to the neckline, and that I'm going to be showing you now. So I've gone ahead to grab my, you need a safety pin to be able to do this. I use safety pin. I don't know if there's any other way to go about doing that. So, and that is the dress on me. I was still trying it on at this time, not a full trying on, just to see. Yeah, I only placed it on my body. I didn't wear it fully, and that is what I've done, guys. That is what I've done. Can you see that? And then yeah, that's what I've done on that part. You can see that I've not fully worn it, so it's so beautiful, guys. So if you have watched this video, please guys do give me a like, comment, and share me out, and do follow me for more videos. Turn on your notification to get notified anytime I post a new video. So this is where I was passing the rope through. You can see it from the side. You want to go from the side to the neckline. I want to feel that it gets to the neckline. I went ahead to just stitch it down on the neckline so that it hold it down there. And that's just a simple way to go about it. Yeah, pull it in, and that is it, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the final look of the dress. Can you see that? This is so beautiful. You can use any desired length of your choice. And for the half length, you can decide to extend your half length to the upper hips. Then for the mid center, you can extend it furthermore